In this breaking story, Elon Musk once again proves he's an unhinged billionaire who bought Twitter, now called X, as a plaything to shape public opinion around his ideologies. The New York Times sets up the story with this headline: Elon Musk shares manipulated Harris video in seeming violation of X policies. It goes on to say the billionaire owner of the social media platform X reposted a video that mimics Vice President Kamala Harris's voice without disclosing that it has been altered. The video that I'll show in just a few seconds was teed up this way by the New York Times writer Ken Benzinger. Elon Musk, the world's richest man, has waded into one of the thorniest issues facing U.S. politics: deep fake videos. Mr. Musk, the billionaire owner of the social media platform X, reposted an edited campaign video for Vice President Kamala Harris that appears to have been digitally manipulated to change the spot's voiceover in a deceptive manner. Benzinger also points out that Alex Howard, a digital governance expert and the director of the Digital Democracy Project, called out Musk. His post on X directed at Elon said, "This is a violation of X's policies on synthetic media and misleading identities. Are you going to retroactively change them to allow violations in an election year?" Stand by for the fake video, but first, this report from ABC News provides some visuals and context on why this trend is very concerning and why lawmakers are scrambling to put something in the books to prevent it.
A manipulated video shared by Elon Musk on his social media platform X. The AI-altered video mimics Vice President Harris's voice using many of the same visuals as a real ad that Harris released last week launching her campaign. But the video swaps out the voiceover audio with another voice that convincingly impersonates Harris, raising concerns about AI in politics. Musk shared it on his social media platform without explicitly noting it was originally released as a parody. And Emmanuel, this is incredible. I mean, to see it, it looks so real. Explain what impact this video has had so far since Musk posted it, and what some of the biggest concerns are.
The AI portion of it is the voice that they created to mimic her voice, to make her say things she absolutely did not say. It's been seen over 120 million times so far, and we've seen reaction from the Harris campaign. We've seen a reaction from Governor Newsom, who says he's passing legislation right now, hopes to sign it to ban political deepfakes and deepfakes. There is no federal legislation right now that regulates it, so it's up to the social media platforms like YouTube, like X, to regulate it.
So what was the video that Musk shared while violating the X policy? Please have a look and make note of the many changes made to the original video.
I, Kamala Harris, am your Democrat candidate for president because Joe Biden finally exposed his senility at the debate. Thanks, Joe. I was selected because I am the ultimate diversity hire. I'm both a woman and a person of color. So if you criticize anything I say, you're both sexist and racist. I may not know the first thing about running the country, but remember, that's a good thing if you're a deep state puppet. I had 4 years under the tutelage of the ultimate deep state puppet, a wonderful mentor, Joe Biden. Joe taught me rule number 1, carefully hide your total incompetence. I take insignificant things and I discuss them as if they're significant. And I believe that exploring the significance of the insignificant is in itself significant.
Talking about the significance of the passage of time, right? The significance of the passage of time. So when you think about it, there is great significance to the passage of time, and there is such great significance to the passage of time.
Another trick is trying to sound black. I pretend to celebrate Kwanzaa, and in my speeches, I always do my best Barack Obama impression.
So hear me when I say, I know Donald Trump's type.
And okay, look, maybe my work addressing the root causes of the border crisis were catastrophic, but my knowledge of international politics is truly shocking.
The United States shares a very important relationship, which is an alliance with the Republic of North Korea. It is an alliance that is strong and enduring.
And just remember, when voting this November, it is important to see what can be, unburdened by what has been. And by what has been, I mean Joe Biden. You think the country went to over the past 4 years? You ain't seen nothing yet.
It's worth reiterating that Musk did not create the video you just saw. He reposted it. But the original poster, Mr. Reagan USA, stated that the video was a parody, a disclaimer that would make it okay on any social media platform. But when Musk reposted it later, his only comment was, "This is amazing." There was no disclaimer, and that's where the egregious violation occurs. Some might argue that the video is clearly parody, but if you're a person with discernment, you probably can't count the things that have gone viral in the last 10 years that you clearly recognized as parody, but others without discernment shared and defended as real. And that's why it's important in the months to come, because Donald Trump knows who these people are, he caters to them, and he influences them.
We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated.
And Trump would not mind at all if Elon Musk gave him an occasional assist in reaching those 500 million users on X with a bit of misinformation. And to put a fine point on what an incongruent political wildcard Elon Musk is, let's have a listen to some of his own words to Fox News that is completely at odds with his new superpower of impulsively manipulating trending topics.
Meant a shrinking pie, obviously, for most of the traditional media companies, and made them more desperate to get clicks, to get attention, and it just made them when they're in sort of a desperate state, they will then tend to really push headlines that get the most clicks, whether those headlines are accurate or not. So it's resulted, in my view, I think most people would agree, a less truthful, less accurate news. Because they just got to get a rise out of people. And I think it's also increased the negativity of the news.
Did you hear that? He said desperate, push the headlines that get the most clicks, less truth, less accurate, get a rise out of people, and increase the negativity to describe the media just 1 year ago. And those same words could be used to describe the one-man media shit show he is today. And now please have a listen to this last clip that foreshadowed this moment in time and was an indictment on Musk's own media consumption habits. And while listening, please comment below with your thoughts about the so-called parody video that was loaded with the misogynistic and racist tropes that are currently being used to target Harris by the right, and your personal feeling about the platform X and Musk's bias manipulation of it.
I mean, the news very often seems to attempt to answer the question, what is the worst thing that happened on Earth today? And you wonder why you're sad after reading that, you know?
Do you read any legacy media outlets?
I mean, I really get most of my news from Twitter at this point. It is the #1 news source, I think.